Riley Gaines, the former collegiate swimmer and outspoken advocate for women's sports, recently opened up about the ongoing tension between her and Olympic gymnastics legend Simone Biles. Despite their very public feud surrounding transgender athletes in women's sports, Gaines has expressed a willingness to put aside their differences, if Biles is open to it too. The feud between Gaines and Biles stems from their opposing views on transgender inclusion in women's sports. Gaines has been vocal in her stance against allowing transgender women to compete in female categories, arguing that it puts biological women at a disadvantage. Biles, on the other hand, has shown public support for transgender athletes, stating in past interviews that everyone deserves a chance to compete and feel included. The disagreement came to a head when Biles liked and commented on posts that criticized Gaines' activism. In response, Gaines called out Biles publicly, accusing her of undermining the experiences of female athletes who feel they've lost opportunities due to transgender participation. Despite the heated back and forth, Gaines is now signaling a more open-minded approach. In a recent interview, she shared that she would be willing to work with Biles on shared issues, particularly if they could find common ground in advocating for fairness in women's sports. Gaines said, "If she was willing to have a real conversation, I'd be open to that. We might not agree on everything, but I think we both care about athletes and sports." This statement marks a significant shift in tone from previous exchanges, which were far more confrontational. Gaines acknowledged the importance of listening and learning from different perspectives, even if those perspectives are difficult to hear. She emphasized that her goal has always been to protect the integrity of women's sports and ensure equal opportunities for young female athletes. Simone Biles has not responded publicly to Gaines' latest remarks, and it remains unclear whether she is interested in having a dialogue. Biles has largely stayed focused on her gymnastics career and mental health advocacy, often choosing not to engage in political debates unless they directly align with her personal experiences or values. Still, Gaines' openness to collaboration could signal a turning point in the debate over transgender athletes. If two high-profile women like Gaines and Biles were to come together in conversation, it could help shape the national discourse in a more constructive way. Gaines also noted that she understands the pressure Biles faces as a public figure. "It's not easy to take a stand," she said. "She's one of the most accomplished athletes in the world. I respect her for what she's done. That's why it would mean so much to actually have a conversation." The conversation around transgender athletes continues to be deeply divisive in the sports community. Legislators, sports organizations, and advocacy groups have all weighed in, creating a tangled web of laws, policies, and opinions. Amid all the noise, athletes like Gaines and Biles have become symbolic figures on opposite sides of the debate. But Gaines believes that real change will only come through dialogue, even when it's uncomfortable. "We can't keep shouting past each other," she said. "We need to sit down and listen. That's how progress happens." While critics have accused Gaines of using her platform to push a political agenda, she insists her intentions are rooted in fairness, not exclusion. She said that she would welcome a public forum or private discussion with Biles, whatever the Olympic champion is most comfortable with. For now, the ball is in Biles' court. Whether or not she chooses to engage with Gaines remains to be seen. But the offer is there, and the tone is far more open than it has been in the past. As the national debate over transgender participation in sports continues to evolve, all eyes will be on whether these two high-profile athletes can bridge their divide and set an example of how to disagree with grace, and perhaps even find common ground.